What is this? This piece of paper has literally changed all my life. But how and why? Because this paper can actually get me into the best universities in China. They look at my portfolio and suppose, the board, she's ready to study with us. And they all accept this as a proof that I'm ready to study alongside native Chinese students. Right now, I probably assume that I've been learning Chinese for 10 or even more years, or it was just cramming. Spoiler, nah. And here is literally the craziest part, because I got this in just 2 years from absolute zero. Like, no Chinese school, no native parents, no life in China. Just a 14-year-old girl with a phone, a bunch of apps, and zero idea what I was doing. And today I am 16 years old and I scored 240 out of 300. That is not just passing, that is quite solid. So if you're here sitting and thinking, Chinese is too hard, I'll never learn it. Girlie, I'm here to hold your hand and say, stop lying to yourself, stop underestimating yourself. You literally can do it. You just need the right plan. So let's get into it. Alright, let's be honest. The first 3 months were painful, like really painful. First thing, pinyin. It is just the Latin alphabet. Is it right? No.
It's wrong.
Because tones are everything, and if you don't want to believe me, just bear in mind this shameful case. Long story short, I was in Beijing having a really good chat with our taxi driver, and I actually told him like, I want to go to Shanghai. You'll ask, what's the problem here? Everything okay, like you can go to Shanghai? But here's the thing, Shanghai means to harm, so I literally told him that I want to go and harm somebody instead of wanting to visit Shanghai. So month 1 rule, towns first, everything else later. I tend to spend 15 minutes a day repeating these tones like a weirdo. And of course, I've been doing this not alone because it is just impossible. As you are the beginner, you shall watch videos from native Chinese speakers because not only do they provide you an authentic model, but they also train your ears, not just eyes, by showing a natural intonation in connected speech. I actually opted for the most understandable video by Chinese for Us. Link below. Part 2, the scariest part for each Chinese learner. Yeah, these characters. Actually, I didn't try to learn 50 characters a day because that is actually the lie influencers tell you. Memorization is going to help you not to learn the language but to face several burnouts. And honey, please take care of yourself. Just 5 words per day is really more than enough. What? Because I did so. Just look, 5 times 30 equals 150, and 150 times 12 equals 1,800. Yep, you heard it right. Math works, patience works, cramming doesn't. But how do you have to learn Chinese characters? The best way to memorize both characters and new words is to learn them in a context. Here's a little secret, because I did it. Not really, but kind of. I used ChatGPT not to do my homework, no. I asked it to write me a story using the exact words I was learning. And you know, you can easily ask literally any story you want. So just stop memorizing this word list. Just start reading stories even if artificial intelligence writes them to you. And that ain't cheating, that is smart. Also, extremely significant weapons which really helped me to learn characters, not just to recognize them in a text. Quizlet for flashcards and Blacko for checking everything. If you do not have these 2 apps, download them before the video finishes. As for me, by the end of the first year, I knew about 600 Chinese characters. Yeah, not enough for HSK 4, not even close. Well, HSK 4 expects you to know 1,200 characters, so in year 2, I had to go from 600 to 1,200. That is actually 600 characters a year. About 2 characters per day. That is actually nothing. So I stopped making excuses and started practice Chinese whenever I could. I watched Chinese dramas, of course with subtitles, and I didn't just watch, I repeated everything they said. My neighbor probably thought that I was having a breakdown. Also, you can implement your language into your daily routine by adding Chinese social media, for example, through your xoxo or xoxo. I also found a language partner in a Hello Talk, a really classy app. A Chinese boy my age who wanted to find new connections. Actually, it boosts your level more effective than rote memorization. Just let me explain. When you learn something alone, your brain supposes we're here alone, so nobody can judge us. So you put less effort. Meanwhile, chatting with a real person means some kind of socializing. Our brain starts being more productive and memorization becomes more efficient because you remember the themes and emotions you experience and words which you used in each occasion. Also, he corrected my grammar and pronunciation. We became really good friends. 1 month before the exam, I panicked. But here is what I did that actually helped me. Number 1, I did full practice every weekend, exactly like the real exam. Moreover, in either App Store or Google Play, you are able to find these amazing applications which are full of authentic mock tests. And number 2, I checked my mistakes. And yay, it sounds quite boring. Each mistake was written down, wrong tone, repeated twice, wrong word order, write couple sentences with this word, didn't understand the listening, check the transcript. Sounds boring, but it works. It was the most nerve-wracking experience I've ever had. But here's the thing that saved my band score. I didn't try to learn anything new the day before the exam. No new words, no new grammar. Frankly, during the exam, I was in some kind of downward spiral because the time code is insane. While I was doing it, I actually had no time or on either complain or worry, so I just did what I remembered in this habit. Almost 2 hours later, I walked out without any idea if I passed or not. Then, 3 weeks later, I got results. I suppose that I didn't manage to gain even a passing score. I opened it, so there are 240 points out of 300. Frankly, I cried a little. But then I realized that this paper doesn't just say, Chinese. It says you can study in China, you can apply for scholarships and actually understand everything what happens around you. And the best part is that you can also get this for 2 years. Trust me, because I did so. Look, I'm not a genius, not a language prodigy. I'm just a girl who 2 years ago decided that I want to study in China. So if you're currently a 0 or HSK 1 or even stuck on HSK 3, just stop scrolling. Start today. 1 character, 1 tone, 1 sentence, 1 friend. And that is all it takes. Because I'm the same as you, same apps, same struggles. But remember, it was not easy. It would never be easy. But you are the one who can make it funnier. Because your mindset is everything in this case. Just start, just do it. As the next ad. And girl, all the necessary information you can find here in my VK channel or here in my Telegram channel, so welcome. So subscribe if you want to go with me on this journey to China. That was my HSK 4 story. What is yours going to be? See you in the next one. Bye.